Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is My Other's Keeper. This is a long-standing member here in the Superchat family. They make occasional appearances, and they've got a lot of information on their About section to let us know exactly who they are behind the channel. And we can see that up to a few months ago, they posted fairly occasionally, once a month or so. They've got some shorts here, though, and these have started to move. Almost 600 views on one and almost 800 views on another one, which is great to see. Live streams on this channel have gotten into up to about a month ago. So we'll see if they're going to continue those. I'm sure they will. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. We know this channel's got 314 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 400 we know that they're thinking about. And you have to forgive me for the life of me. I don't know why I'm so behind today and not quite prepared. Let's talk about something very quickly. Scratching Pete PA. I forgot at the beginning of last stream to mention the fact that he's on vacation right now in Italy. He has done that before. We're just taking a quick look here, but he brought us his very first live stream a couple of summers ago while he was in Italy. Now, I'm hoping he does it again. I'm sure a lot of people will be. We don't have any word yet. Most importantly, we hope he's enjoying his time, getting a chance to relax. We know he's with family, which is great to know. And then while he was in Italy the last time, he brought us some vlogging style shorts and some Italian lottery tickets as well that we otherwise might not have seen. So I know a lot of people will be happy to see that he has expanded the content on his channel over the last 4.5 years, getting close to 5 years. And Scratchin' Pete PA is a beloved and dedicated moderator here. He's known as a shining jewel, and hopefully everybody will connect with him right now. So I'm going to ask everybody's patience for a moment while I get my ducks in a row here. I wasn't quite ready to start, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is actually play a clip from an interview series that we have on the Superchat channel now. We'll just do this for about 3 minutes. We'll come right back and get into channels again. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, you know, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of like views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was like pushed to the back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, you know, like skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So yeah, we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together, so we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know, when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back.
Yeah.
But how we felt from how we were watching on our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check our analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. So you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say like a trending meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
Hopefully everybody enjoys those clips that we play. It's from an interview series, I said, where the conversations really become just friendly banter between creators that we've known for many years. Usually I don't play that so early in the stream, and I haven't done any introductions yet, so forgive me for that. Let's look at Crafting Enthusiast right now. This creator just dropped a super chat. And we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. But I certainly do appreciate that extra generous support. So thank you for that. And I've got a few names on the wheel right now. Handicapped Travelers on there. Jane Litterick, Living Skies Vintage is here. Just Jason Keto and Life with Tanisha RN are on the wheel. Moderators and members are always added as soon as we see them in the chat. Create and Relate is being added. And Michael's Adventures, thank you for the raid he sent over. He's been doing that just about every stream for a few weeks now. He premieres every single night. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so 8 p.m. Eastern. And he moves them when we run a Tuber Chat live stream so that he can accommodate these streams, and I really do appreciate that. Now, I Am Betty J Gathers is coming in. Canadian Family Life also needed to be added to the wheel. They are both beloved and dedicated moderators here. And I'll continue adding names of members as I see them. I know New Horizons Above and Beyond is here. Rainy Ridge is in the house. Anfield Road. Layout in the Loft, good to see you here. And they might be out, but that's okay. Curmudgeon Alaska is actually one of the featured creators in that interview series. We'll hear from them possibly later in this stream today, an hour or two from now. PSN Commanders Network, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's ProTech. Oh my gosh, ProTech Sports Network. I was just about going to trip over that. It's been a little while. Timmy the Racing Channel's here just about every single day. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Like Ruby from Rushing Wind Mountain and Mark the Shark, who is a wonderfully generous supporter who has sent over a couple of hats over the years, and I appreciate those. He changed his name for a brief moment to his greeting, which is much love and aloha. And if you're familiar with Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson, you'll see that we're actually hat twins. She's got the exact same one, and I wear that from time to time. But a generous thing to do, so thank you, Mark the Shark. He's been a friend for many years. So, Crafting Enthusiast is up on the screen right now. This is a creator that's already halfway on the road to 1,400 subscribers. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, and since they've passed 1,300, now at 1,350 and beyond, they're halfway on the road to 14, so I'd love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. I've caught them a few times for live streams, which I've always enjoyed. They do a great job of keeping up with the chat, and timely. I know how tough it can be. I know I do a good job here, but it can be tough to get used to that. This creator looks like they're doing quite a bit of diamond painting and hauls lately. So let's grab the latest video. I'll put this into a special playlist I use called my catch-up list, and that's a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. There's Crafting Enthusiast with some shorts here, getting into 1,000 views on one and 1,200 on another one, and they seem to still be moving. Whenever you click the popular tab, when you're looking at shorts on a browser like this, when you see the numbers are out of order, it's usually because a couple of them are still getting a lot of views and throwing the algorithm off. It's always behind by a few days and this and that, but it's great to see some of these moving. And then here's the live streams that I'm talking about. I guess I caught her a few weeks ago, but hopefully it'll be again soon. I've got notifications on for every single channel. We all do that. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then this creator's got information on their about section letting us know their name is Autumn. They've got lots of different interests when it comes to crafting, including spinning yarn, knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, diamond painting like we talked about, weaving, and they have a hobby farm as well. So lots to learn from this creator, and I hope everybody will connect with them. They're obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and thank you for the super chat again. They've done that kind of thing many times before, and I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. I know Home by Design with Marilyn is here. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now, and I see Cruz Bolero's in the house if I didn't already say hello. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. We're going to look at a fellow Canadian right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Brit Family Fun, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then thank you, Anfield Road Layout of the Loft. We'll see you again soon, I'm sure. When we look at Canadian family life, first of all, she's probably shocked right now, Tiffany, to be chosen first from the wheel. I don't think that's happened in a while. And well-deserved, though. Canadian family life is a beloved and dedicated moderator, and actually one of the fastest growing channels in the Tuber Chat family over the last 5 years. She got her first 3,000 subscribers in barely over a year, which was quite a feat at the time. It still is pretty impressive. And Canadian family life is incredibly supportive. Pardon me, my allergies are just on me today. They are out there supporting other creators all the time. I run into Canadian family life probably every single day on YouTube somewhere in somebody's premiere or live stream, supporting them, and I'm always happy to see people supporting each other. And then Canadian Family Life as well has collaborated with a lot of other creators, especially in the idea of live stream panels. So they were featured on dozens of other channels. I recognize Tiffany seeming to be left and right on different channels, especially in the homesteading group of creators. Now, Canadian Family Life is simply a family channel, and they do that. The whole family hops in on just about every single video. Tiffany's husband, Chris, has his own channel called Chris's Creation Fun. But on the channel, Canadian Family Life, what Tiffany's going to do more than anything else is food bank grocery hauls, cooking videos, challenges among family members, some vlogging, lots of Happy Meal videos. They have an impeccable container garden that they show us as well. She's done some baking, especially lately, more and more baking lately. Product reviews, like we've seen lately, and then she does some live streams as well. Before we look at those, we'll look at the shorts on the channel. Now, she has done well with a couple of outdoor videos here, getting into 2,800, 3,700, 5,600 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So she goes live occasionally, but Tiffany is so supportive to other people that she can go live whenever she wants. and we'll have a flood of support in her chat, faster than what we've got going here, faster than most others. She rivals those of the Stock Explorer, Scratch and PPA, Hilda DC, Butler Family Farm, and a few others. It is very fast paced a lot of the time. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. We can see they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And it's funny because we never know how long it's going to take to get picked from the wheel. We didn't have the wheel in the first couple of months of Tuber Chat, and it was something that we added later to give everybody some frustration, if not fun, in the chat. We don't get to every channel every single day, but we will get to as many as possible, and I have a feeling today we'll get to more than usual. Thursday night has always been a big primetime night on television and this and that, for those of you decades old as me, but when we look at online, and especially YouTube, we've got lots of friends dropping content on Thursday nights as well. So we know PK Adventure Travels will be live at 7 Eastern, Just Jason Keto. Forgive me for not being sure if he's live this week. He goes live every other week in the summer, but it's at 7:30 Eastern. Have Cheetah Will View is Patrick. He's been a friend since basically we started this channel. He's been a friend of at least 4.5, if not 5 years by now, maybe even longer. And forgive me if I'm wrong about that. He's connected on my personal channel. And actually, I saw your story today. I forget if that was on Facebook or where it was, and I read that. That's really unfortunate when we end up collaborating with people and not really knowing as much as we wish we did when until afterwards and finding things out. But just so you know, I wouldn't put it's hard not to put a lot of weight behind that. It could be disheartening, and everybody can go and see Have Cheetah Will View and you'll see what I'm talking about. But he's done so many interviews. I've lost count. It's hundreds. It was hundreds before I met him, between a blog and then his YouTube channel. But I've been on his channel a few times as well for interesting conversations, even moderating conversation as well. And then hopefully I'm not missing anything anybody wanted me to see in the chat. If you did, just please forgive me. I miss a lot. And then just please 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat, Connect, and Grow if you don't mind repeating yourself, and I'll try to catch it. 99 Midnight Gamer. YT is here, Vintage Style by Joe. If I didn't already say hi, it's good to have you in the chat. She's here with us just about every stream. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz celebrated a birthday recently, and this creator's been a friend of mine for 6 years. That I know for sure, since before Tuber Chat was even a channel. And then Home by Design with Marilyn's been added to the wheel. Members and moderators are always on there right away. Controversial Cruising is Scott. He is a very influential creator, especially in the travel and cruising community. And then Rob from Curmudgeon, Alaska. Rob and Sarah dropping a super chat as well. So I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Let's look at their channel right this second. And then I'm going to show you what Rob has to say about how to get 10,000 subscribers in another clip from our interview series that I'll play right away while we've got their channel on the screen. They are running a completely off-grid Airbnb, and he was saying he might be in and out right now because he's planning on heading into town, which for me means he might be thinking about taking the train. I'm not sure if that's right, or if he's actually taking a trip into town with another vehicle. Butler Family Farm, we were just mentioning you for a quick second. They've got lively streams all the time. Unfortunately, I crashed right into their wedding anniversary the other day while we were streaming here, so I wasn't able to be there. Forgive me, Just Jason Keto. I should have known you were on last week, but otherwise he'll be on every other Thursday, 7:30 Eastern. Our friends PK Adventure Travels will be on soon, I think. LGGG Love, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Timmy the Racing Channel, of course, is still in the house. I haven't hopefully missed anybody in the chat. I'm trying to catch up. Nancy Perrin Ministries is here. She's actually got a couple of different channels, but she brings us family fun and spiritual inspiration. Bells and Stars, good to see you in the house. They're longtime friends as well. And then when we look, Scott is one of the hardest working men in cruise and travel. Yeah, one of the hardest working men in show business, and incredibly enthusiastic. The definition of dynamic creator right there. And Scott does a lot of collaborating and entertaining as well. I think he's on every day, pretty close to it. So Curmudgeon Alaska is a channel we're going to talk about in a quick second here. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Living Large with L Crew is in the house, a vlogger in the truest sense of the term. And then, yeah, I appreciate every moment. I know not everybody can be here every day for a multitude of reasons. And I know we've got a few friends that run the stream in the background. Sometimes Lou from Two Pineapples is there while he's working. And then Jaden, our dear friend, is here for almost every stream. And then Controversial Cruising, yes, truer words have never been spoken. He is always around and supportive like crazy. And to this channel, he's been here in Superchat for what I think is 3 years now. It's got to be close. She Stole My Thunder is another fellow Canadian dropping a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Curmudgeon Alaska did the same thing. That's why we're looking at their channel right away. But She Stole My Thunder will come up next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. And then when we look at Curmudgeon Alaska, I mentioned the idea that they've got an off-grid Airbnb and homestead. Now you are probably going to notice right away they have 50,000 subscribers. I think I spoke to Curmudgeon Alaska right around the time they had 20 or 25. Forgive me for not being certain. But we'll hear what they have to say in another moment, because I got a chance to talk to Rob. Sarah even peeked in on the interview there, but I got a chance to talk to Rob about what had gone on with a true explosion in their channel. And thank you, She Stole My Thunder. When we look at Curmudgeon Alaska, a lot of outdoor footage, but Rob is also building a lot of different things a lot of the time. I see some members-only content there as well, which is great to see. I'm just going to grab their latest video and put this into my catch-up list so that I can get caught up with the channel a little bit. You'll read more about the channel and its featured stars between Sarah, Rob, Mishka, and Zeus. And then when we look at shorts on this channel, we see that these have started to move as well. 4,800, 6,800, 19,000 views. When I talk about an explosion on their channel, it's many months ago now, and it might take me a moment to find the original video. I can't imagine he's changed the thumbnail on it, but it's possible. What has it? It hasn't been a year already, has it? 20,000 views on one. Yeah, it might be too much for me to search through these to find what I'm looking for. This one, 500,000 views on one of these. Here it is. 2.3 million views on this video. And Rob insists, you'll hear it in the interview, he didn't do anything different than he usually does. He just put out the video that was scheduled to come out, and it just blew up. I was very lucky because he was messaging me within the next day or two to say like, hey Kev, you got to see what's happening. We got a video that's really moving. And Just Jason Keto, whenever I tell this story, usually adds in the idea that this can be encouraging, because we know that it's possible for anyone. Rob will say the same thing. And I'll give you a chance to hear what he has to say in a moment. Let's look at his live streams for a second, because they've been doing these for a long time as well. So they actually did a few, it looks like, on the road here. Sometimes they just give us a chance to get to know them. And then there's a lot of indoor and outdoor footage together on their homestead and Airbnb, like I keep talking about. So this interview series, like I said, is a bunch of videos now. There are 5 out and published, and there's another one on the way. I just have to finish editing it. And these are extremely informative, because creators like this have been with us for many years. They're going through all the same things that we are. The only difference is, like I keep saying, they've long passed their 10,000 subscribers. When we talk about your channel and what you bring on YouTube. You're very forthcoming, you and Sarah both, about the idea that you want to share your life with everybody, which you do. Now, from what we've known each other quite some time now, I think it's getting on a couple of years. Forgive me if it's not longer than that, Rob. But what I see is authenticity in your true willingness to share. My imagination tells me that the magic on your channel is that people who are thinking the way that you do find your content and it just clicks with them because they're like, yes, exactly. And that introduction video that you've got featured on the front page today is a perfect example. But I really want to know what you think, because I can have my impression looking through a screen at your content, but where do you think the magic comes in your channel?
We try to keep it as simple as possible. If you see some of our earlier videos, we had an intro, and we noticed we call it a hockey stick effect.
Okay.
Where the videos go like this and they flatline.
Yeah.
So we actually did away with any intros. I might talk for a couple seconds, but then it goes right into the video. And I think that's part of what's been helping, because I started right around the time that the channel really took off. And it seems to help a lot. Trying to add fluff, I don't want to do that. I want to see what's going on. You know, occasionally I might throw in a nice photo or a quick clip, but I don't focus. I want people to see exactly how we're doing it, how we're living, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. Because if I add fluff, you know, to me it's kind of taking it away.
Yes.
You know, I want to see, you know, the authenticity of what we're doing here, and not try to either over dramatize it or over simplify it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing simple about being out here.
It doesn't seem like it, no.
And to dramatize it is just silly.
Yeah.
Because it's not real drama. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, I want it to be real. I want it to be how Sarah and I are. And how you see us interact in our videos is how we interact together and off camera.
It seems that way. It really does. I think you both have, you know, we use the word charisma. It's not quite the right word, but you know what I mean. And I think people can get your authenticity. When you talk about the idea of intros, that's a great tip. I know a lot of our friends won't like to hear it, but when you take the intros out of your videos or cut them very, very short, videos might do better. I've had the same success myself. Everything doubled, tripled, and quadrupled the second I took them off. There's a lot more to that interview, of course, and I call these conversations interviews because, you know, it's traditionally what they're known as, but they really turn into friendly conversations, as you can see. The thing about what we're doing here, I'm playing clips of these throughout the streams sporadically between the different episodes and, you know, giving people a different taste of what's out there, but those videos go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long each. And they are extremely informative because I tried to ask the opinion of the featured creators like Curmudgeon Alaska there without adding a lot of my own opinion, because we get to hear from me every day, right? We really want to hear what other people have to say, and they don't all say the same things about every single thing that we talk about either. So, yeah, thank you, Curmudgeon Alaska, for the kind words as well. It was a real fun conversation, actually, and like I said, we'd been friends already here in the Superchat family for at least a couple of years at the time. But it's wonderful, and I hope everybody can truly I hope you feel joy for other people when you see success coming. It's very easy for us to get envious or jealous. I wish that was me. But what I'd love for everybody to take away from this is, while not every single creator is going to eventually have a video with 2.3 million views, it's possible. But the idea is that these things can happen. I'm sure that Rob and Sarah would wish for somebody else to get a video to hit 10 million views and be ecstatic for them. In the same way, we all have the idea of giving unto others more than we expect for ourselves at the forefront of our minds, but that means happiness for others as well, knowing the more there is that happens for everyone, the more there is that happens for all of us. And, you know, here in the Tuber Chat family, I think everybody's going to get more than they otherwise would have out of YouTube. And that's the hope, right? So forgive me, I'm not going to get into long speeches today, or I'm going to try not to. I want to make sure we get through lots of channels today. Create and Relate, thank you for the Super Chat again. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. It's the same reason She Stole My Thunder is up here right now. They also gifted a membership afterwards. And yeah, the intros, thank you, Six Poses Back, for saying that. She's been a dear friend to us as well. I think we've known Six Poses Back for like 5 years, and she's another enthusiastic creator. I always enjoy my time in her stream. Sometimes she's out shopping, sometimes she's at home. But she cares very much about the YouTube journey and is still out there. I run into her supporting other people all the time as well. But it's wonderful that we can agree on some things, but also remembering that not everything is right for every single channel, right? Just because I have less success with intros than other people doesn't mean that everybody should take their intros off. And I certainly don't want to tell everybody what they should or shouldn't do. What I'd like to encourage is experimentation. Try ideas, everything you can think of, because you never know what's going to vibe with your audience, especially as it grows. Even if we two of us did exactly the same content, exactly the same channel, we're still going to have different audiences. I promise you, it's just the way it is. So these are ideas. But thank you for that. 775 Media LLC is another longtime friend. It's good to have you in the house. They're a member, so I'll get them on the wheel right away. We've got a few channels to go through right now, so I'll try to speed it up a little bit. Driving Daily is in the house. Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. I got you on the wheel a few minutes ago. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. When we look at She Stole My Thunder, we see a fellow Canadian from Montreal, and what they're sharing with us is reviews of books, art, and movies primarily. Interesting to know that this creator also has a Flickr account with over 200,000 photos, if you can imagine, of all kinds of cultural ideas. When we look at their channel, they post videos frequently. Sometimes they're reading, sometimes they're reviewing, sometimes they're narrating, and they mix up the content a little bit, primarily books, art, and movies, but there's a bit more variety here, especially in shorts, where they get into almost 500 views on one, on the way towards 600 views on another, and then live streams. This creator's been known not only to engage with the community while they're streaming, and what I mean is keeping up with the chat, they also give us a little bit of help with our YouTube channels, talking about a program or app called Canva, where we can design beautiful thumbnails and banners very easily, and She Stole My Thunder will help with that as well. So she has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since the beginning of this channel. She's been with us for 5 years now, if you can believe that. I can't remember how long everybody's been here, but some channels just stand out because they've been so active in the chat, so much a part of the community, let's just say. And as more and more people become more and more engaged, the same thing will happen when I tell stories about their channels or your channels, or however we want to look at that. Chris, good to have you back. Thank you for coming in. Look at all those pink tulips in the chat. My dear goodness, these people have been members even longer than I remember, which is shows the support that they're willing to give, especially in a community like this. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The Sunday Dinner Chef is up right now because Handicapped Traveler dropped a super chat so that we would look at this channel. We've been honoring that kind of thing for a very long time. We've seen this channel before, but it's a channel I've still got to get to know. So I'm going to take a different video here. I'm going to take your Sunday appetizer video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres and live streams and watching videos. I get to know the content, and then for anybody that wants to connect outside outside of YouTube. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Social Spectator, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm pretty sure that's his channel that we've seen before, but forgive me if I'm mistaken. And for anybody new today, I hope you're feeling welcome. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is the newest member of our moderator squad. And thank you for coming in. I forgot to ask, but if one of our moderators doesn't mind dropping the link in our moderator group on Instagram, I couldn't get it to work for no reason at all. I tried at least 3 times to copy and paste, and something must be up with my phone for a second. I'm sure it'll be fine later. And forgive me if I'm missing anything in the chat. And Handicapped Traveler, thank you so much for giving us another chance to look at this channel. We see delicious looking content both in the videos and shorts, and then we see that they're doing live streams occasionally as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I know it's been about a month, but I expect they're going to continue those, and we've got notifications on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch each other's content as much as possible as well. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Foothills of Appalachia, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I didn't catch what you said, Canadian Family Life. When you said earlier, the wheel must know you have no power, I thought you were referencing like not getting onto the screen fast or something, meaning power of the wheel or something like that, and I didn't quite get it, but now I understand what you mean. I hope they sort that out quickly. And then, yeah, Social Spectator. I was quite sure we've seen your channel before, but it's good to have you back in the chat. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I certainly don't expect everybody to be here every day or for 3 hours every time or anything like that. We got friends that run the stream in the background, and we know how busy everybody can get, especially as our channels are growing. So I appreciate anybody that continues to come back and support others, of course. And then I just added Blessed to Crochet onto the wheel. Right now we're looking at Handicapped Traveler, and they dropped a super chat so that we would look at the channel we were just talking about. Handicapped Traveler has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember, many years now, and they've got a couple of channels actually. This one's gone through a little bit of a change recently, but they continue to post videos, which is great to see. I'm just grabbing the latest one. They usually give us travel-based content from a certain perspective, and you get that idea when you read from the About section, but they also bring us into their home and give us a chance to get to know them. They've got shorts on this channel featuring some winter weather that's done well at 2,600, 2,700 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. They got a special 3-year anniversary for YouTube that they did last week, yes. And then they've got another one coming up, which is great, and that's going to be at the end of next month. They usually drop a stream every month. So Handicapped Traveler is working on 1,500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then they've got another channel. Let's have a look at that one. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I'm going to actually show you how to do something in a second if you'd like to see with Nightbot. Create and Relate just mentioned, where's Pete? He's actually on vacation right now. 2 years ago, he took a trip to Italy and was with family, and that's where he brought us his very first live stream and a few vlogging style shorts videos, some Italian lottery tickets as well. So he's off for a couple of weeks doing that. And we're hoping he's enjoying his time. I know a lot of us are literally sitting on the edges of our seats hoping he drops any content at all while he's there. I'm sure he'll bring back some footage no matter what, but he'll be back, and of course he'll wish well to everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the first in the series of double Summer Fun is, oh, I'm getting it mistaken, forgive me. You'll have to see his channel to see what I'm talking about. He changed up his video this week, Double Summer Fun, and you'll see what I mean when you get there. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And when we look at Sir Dank for Jesus, we see another channel from Handicapped Traveler. This is where they're bringing us spiritual inspiration. You get an idea just from the thumbnails about what these videos are bringing to us, but I'm just going to grab the latest one, put it in my catch-up list so I can keep caught up as well. So I just want to show everybody something for a quick second. Here's a quick idea. If you haven't ever used Nightbot, it's so easy because you're just going to hop in, and actually what I'll do here is let me log out so you can see how to log into this thing. Mine is already set up, so mine might look just slightly different than yours. But when you get into Nightbot, you're just using your YouTube credentials. We're already logged in, so it just goes ahead and continues, and it lets you know that Nightbot can control a few things in your YouTube channel, just so you're aware. When you go through the dashboard, one of the things I recommend to everybody is to go to the spam settings, and this goes for all of the chatbots, whether it's Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Botrix, Nightbot, or anything else, and turn everything off. And then what I would do is, as you read and learn what each setting is, then I would turn them on, because too many times I go into people's chats and I see people getting timed out because they've put a couple of emojis in the chat, and Nightbot can really upset people if they're not familiar with YouTube yet. What a shame to have all the work we do to get people to come to our channel and then have them leave because they didn't feel welcome, right? So one of the things that we can do is set a timer, and you see I've got a few of these right now. And because one of the things we do is when we have a gold member, we add a link to their channel that drops in the chat every 30 minutes or so on occasion. But as well, I've got one here already set up for Pete, just to be funny and fun. But I'm going to change this up. We hope Pete is enjoying his vacation and are looking forward to his return very soon. And I should probably clarify that by putting his channel name in here. Scratchin' Pete, and we will spell it properly. And what this does, I have to put a name, so I just put Pete, so I know what it is. That's just for you to be able to reference in the dashboard and your timers here. But the message you can customize. And these are things that are going to roll through the chat occasionally. You've seen them on so many other channels, including here in Superchat. We use 4 different chatbots because we put so much in the chat. But you can change the amount of time in between these timers. My recommendation is, when you think about how often you want a message to come through the chat, probably multiply that by like 3 or 4 and put it in. Because sometimes we think, oh, it should be doing it every 5 minutes, but it gets pretty repetitive pretty quickly. So this is why I put something like this every 60 minutes. We know it's going to show up at least twice in every Tuber Chat live stream, maybe 3 times, because we're usually here for 3 hours. There's a few advanced settings you can get into, but you got to learn about those. I'll pump this up for a second here so that Nightbot's not crashing into itself. And then all you do is click save or update, and it comes up. You see I've already got our episode 900 happy anniversary message there, but it can be that easy. So I hope everybody will enjoy that. You can go back and watch that if you want, about 45 minutes into this episode of Tuber Chat. And then So Blez, good to see you in the house. Nesha Antoinette, good to have you here as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I just wanted to go through that quickly because we were talking about where is Pete. And I always appreciate every moment everybody's here. So thank you again, Handicapped Traveler, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Create and Relate came in and did the same thing. So we're going to look at that channel next. But what we'll do right now, we'll just take a quick break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back. All right, we're almost back, and forgive me, I was supposed to have Create and Relate ready to go. Let's get their channel up right now. I'm going to drop a message in the chat. I forgot to do this at the beginning of the stream. I'm way off my game today. Way off. I don't know what that is. It's because Pete's on vacation. We'll see if Tuber Chat doesn't fall apart in the next week and a half before he gets back. It'd be amazing. Sylvia, good to see you in the house. She's another member of our featured channels in those interviews that I play the clips from. It's great to see you in the chat. And she's been a friend since the beginning of Tuber Chat as well, probably 5 years by now. Forgive me if I missed anybody coming in. Hopefully everybody is having a good time meeting each other in the chat. I don't mean to miss anybody. But we'll get back to channels and we'll start to move a little bit faster here. So Create and Relate is bringing us a lot of creativity, as a matter of fact. When you have a look at their About section, they let us know that there's going to be arts and crafts, do-it-yourself videos, and everything in between. I've seen a lot of product reviews from this creator as well. Some of the things are related to our YouTube videos or our channels when we think about filming. They got at least one camera here. I've seen some lighting and hard drive and some SD card holder that they've got here. They've a lot of different things, but they've also got creative machinery, if we want to call it that. Look at this mini sewing machine. They've got a Cricut machine somewhere as well, and lately they've been doing a lot more art, as a matter of fact, including these are a little bit different. I thought they had some diamond painting here, but forgive me if I'm mistaken, because sometimes I mistake one thing for another, but that's okay. You look at the different things that they're creating in the last handful of videos. We see the pop culture references as well. Then we get into shorts on this channel. They've gotten into 1,000 views, 1,400 on one, which is great to see. And then live streams. Here's where the diamond painting is. Okay, I thought I was going crazy for a second there, but I did figure out that what I was thinking of was the live streams. And I've been lucky because I've caught them for a couple of these. It's been a couple of months already. I'm hoping I can catch another one. I've got notification bells on for every single channel. Hopefully we all do. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. The how-to lady is in the house. Good to see you here. Between her and I Am Betty J Gathers, we have had probably hundreds, if not by now thousands, of thumbs up here in our streams because of their energetic and friendly reminders. And Philbeck is in the house, and I'm going to get them onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members and moderators on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'll clean up the wheel in a little while as well. Sometimes I remove names if we haven't seen people for a while, just to give us a chance to see some more channels. But I'll always add members and moderators back onto the wheel when I see them in the chat. Palazzo Place, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then Create and Relate, like I said, I'm hoping I can catch another one of these, any live stream at all. But the diamond painting was cool because they specifically accommodated me when I asked them to do something and show a few of these things on one of their live streams. So, you know, that's the magic of live streaming. It's so interactive, right? You can ask for things and sometimes they happen and things like that. Create and Relate is now at 531 subscribers. They've crossed the 500. We know how important and exciting that milestone is, but we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 600 we know they're thinking of now. And I think it's time for us to spin the wheel. So thank you again, Create and Relate, for another super chat. They've done that countless times before. It's the reason we put their channel up right away. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And it looks like 755 Media is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then, thank you, Jason, for dropping that link. Like I had mentioned, I Am Betty J Gathers was looking for something. I probably missed it in the chat. I might have seen it. What we sometimes talk about in the background, I got this little Instagram group with all the moderators, right? So that we can talk if we need to about what's going on in the chat and, you know, these streams and everything else. Or they can bring to my attention something I might have missed. Positive, negative, doesn't matter, right? And I really appreciate it because these streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for our moderators' help. They're all longtime friends. They've all been with us for at least a couple of years, if not longer by now. And then one of the things we talk about is self-promotion. So we just want to keep that to a minimum. You know, most people here, the idea is we're always thinking about other people's channels, not worrying about people thinking about our channels, even though it sounds backwards, but I promise you, that's what makes this whole thing work. When people see the things you say in the chat, when you're talking about your own channel, it's telling them that that's what you care about. When you're talking about other people's channels or asking questions like, what can I do for you? How can I help you? People notice that as well. And you can see by the stories that I tell which channels are doing the things that we talk about, being so supportive, that they get all the things that they want anyway, if that makes any sense. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know my speeches get pretty long sometimes. And then Fever Dream Animation is here. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for the highlighted milestone message. Be Amazing Sylvia. By the way, I didn't realize she stole my thunder, took over our stream boss position a while ago. That's under my camera there. And then thank you, Be Amazing Sylvia. My goodness, 52 months of memberships. Can you believe that? There was a day, you know, I started on YouTube 8 years ago, and when we started the channel Superchat, you know, everybody starts at zero. We all do. And it's hard to believe that after 4 years, we're getting on close to 4.5 years of membership. My dear goodness. Now, I never want anybody to feel obligated, of course. I don't want to solicit that kind of thing. Memberships come and go, and I'm all about everybody, you know, coming for a while, leaving, and spreading the love. I do the same thing when it comes to super chats and gifted memberships and all that kind of thing. Forever Goshlin 3004, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We're gonna look at a clip actually from the interview series again, not right away, probably in 15 minutes from now, but I'll show you what Be Amazing Sylvia has to say about how to get 10,000 subscribers. She's blown right past that now, and hers is the upcoming episode of our interview series. I just have to finish editing it. It's just taken me longer than I thought. But well worth it, I promise you. 755 Media LLC is a longtime friend as well. They've been with us for I can't even remember how many years by now. 2,000 subscribers now, which is great to see, and supportive to others. I've run into them a million times out supporting other creators in premieres and live streams. When we look at shorts on this channel, we see that they have gotten into 10,000, 11,000, and one at 48,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So even up to yesterday, they were doing live stream. They seem to be on once or twice a week. Hopefully I'll catch you again soon. I know it's been a little while. But we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then when you have a look at their About section, they'll let you know they create artsy things. And then they they want to supply our home with art, which is a great idea. And hopefully everybody will connect with 755 Media LLC. Forgive me for that. By the way, for anybody who's connected to Elevate with Vern, she's actually in Niagara Falls, where I am right now. I found out fairly short notice that she was coming, and I already had Tuber Chat scheduled, but I'm expecting to meet up with her, possibly tomorrow, probably on Saturday, to have some fun. And I'm sure she's taking lots of footage while she's here and making shorts and stuff for Instagram and things like that. 3 Cheese and Me is also a member. I'm going to get them on the wheel right now, and it's time to spin. So I'll do that. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Now here's another creator with a couple of channels, and this is interesting because we knew this creator first as Nancy Perrin Ministries, so we know that she's bringing us spiritual inspiration. When you get to the channel, you get that idea right away. And she's working on 1,300 subscribers already, which is great to see. When we have a look at this channel, we see this creator's posting up to a month ago pretty frequently. But I'm going to show you the other channel in a moment as well. And it's interesting to see. They got shorts over here getting into 1,300 views and beyond on one of them, which is great. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they mix these up. I think they're alternating between channels. So spiritual inspiration here, but the Perrin family USA is the second channel, and this is where we get family togetherness from this same creator. Working on 1,200 subscribers over here too now, which is great to see. And then talking about going from homeschool to public school. In the latest video, I'm going to put this one in my catch-up list so I can get or stay caught up with this channel as well. And this is where we get more either family-friendly fun and more random content and conversation as well. Shorts over here have gotten into 1,600 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel over here. It's been a few months. So like I said, occasionally they're going to alternate between the two channels. But hopefully everybody will connect with the Perrin Family USA and Nancy Perrin Ministries, who's in the chat right now, both from the same creator. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And we'll spin the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yeah, driving daily, you and me both. I was off for many months. I wasn't actually working full time for a while, and I got so used to being on YouTube basically all day and night, and then, you know, for 40 hours a week or more now, I'm taken away from the computer, and it's hard to adjust to the idea that it feels overwhelming to keep caught up with everybody. We never are able to do as much as we wish. But this is where also playlists can really help, right? Because what I do myself is I'll make the playlist like I show you here. I'll make other playlists for other reasons. And then I'll order the videos. You can move them on a phone or on the computer. And you can put the shortest ones at the top, the longest ones at the bottom if you want to. And what that allows is, let's say you do have half an hour to just sit and watch videos. You could watch the maximum number. It's easy to watch like 20 videos in an hour. And then the longer stuff, like live stream replays, can run if you need them to. The Source, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're also a member, so I'm going to get them on the wheel. They've been sending over a lot of friends over the last few months, and I really appreciate that. What we're looking at right now is another creator with two different channels. So Blessed to Crochet has been a longtime friend, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with some more spiritual inspiration here. The purpose of the channel, though, is to bring us more connection than anything else, but crochet as well. And then when we get into shorts on this channel, we see that these have gotten into 10,000 views and beyond, with a lot of random content and the creator having fun. Then live streams on the channel, and these are frequent, so it looks like they're doing these almost daily. Pretty close to it anyway. And then hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these soon, and then I'm going to show you blessing through, if I can spell properly, connection. And we see that this is a channel that's bringing us live streams. Some people used to call these things like silent live streams. It could be a confusing idea because some people used to just literally put a black screen on, have pure silence, and then people would just possibly trickle in, and the hope is for watch hours, right? And these are similar, except that they have pleasing audio, pleasing visuals to go along with it. And then they're mixing up a couple of new ideas here as well. They got some shorts to give us recaps on the live streams, but they're doing these daily so that people can trickle in and connect here and there. And like I said, pleasing audio, pleasing visuals to go along with it. So Blessing Through Connection is the name of the channel. 225 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know they must be thinking about. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Oh, thank you, Be Amazing Sylvia. Things like that are never necessary. Always appreciated, of course. We're going to look at her channel next. I'm going to put Ann Philbick up right now. I'm going to play a clip, actually, from Be Amazing Sylvia's channel, and then we'll look at it. in another moment here. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Oh, I missed that super chat too. Thank you, Be Amazing Sylvia. Yeah, forgive me for missing that. Her channel will be up next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up on the screen as soon as those things happen, but we'll get right back to spinning the wheel after as well. So when we look at Ann Philbeck, we see a channel I'm still getting to know. 62 subscribers. They're working on their first 100. We know how important that milestone is for everyone as well, but it can be exciting when we get there. So we'd love to get this channel a little bit closer. They've got a bit of information on their about section, really keywords, letting us know they've got some gardening going on and outdoor footage here as well. And then oh, it looks like they got like cars for sale here. Oh my dear goodness. I don't know enough to be able to like pick off all these cars, makes, models, and years. But some of these I know a lot of people will be crazy for. Like, I recognize them from, I think, Grand Theft Auto, as a matter of fact. And then shorts on this channel feature more outdoor footage more than anything else. And I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel. But they've already gotten into, look at this, 1,400, 1,600 views on a couple of these shorts videos, which is great to see. And then what we'll do right now, again, I'm trying to cut the breaks down. We'll see how that goes for a little while. And what I mean by that is up until this week, what I've been doing is playing a clip from our interview series and then going on break for 3.5 minutes and coming back. I'm trying to cut those in half now. So what we'll do right this second is look at a clip from Be Amazing Sylvia's episode of our interview series. It's an upcoming episode. After we hear what she has to say, I will put her channel up on the screen and we'll have a look at it, and then we'll continue on. Thank you for the super chat again, Be Amazing Sylvia. She's done it 100 times, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support and the extra that she has given us in the way of support when we think about sharing her knowledge and experience after her channel started to really get a big boost, and it continues today. This creator is just one of the many in this series talking about how to get 10,000 subscribers.
Okay, what I want to do is inform first and foremost. Anytime you make any type of video, you want to inform. You want to tell people a story. You want to show people a story. And when you show and you tell that story, you want to tell how that story affected you. And you want to tell your results.
Okay.
Because seeing is believing. And people want to see what I'm talking about. See what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm going to make it into a mini series on all of the products I have tried and how they have affected me. So.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be something else to look forward to, especially knowing that you're starting something new now with the experience that you've got. So this is a perfect opportunity for me then to bring you back to the beginning and say, what kind of change have you seen in yourself, in your channel, in your community and audience based on all the things you've done up to now?
When I first started, I was such a green thumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. I promise you, just making videos, rambling, and I look back at one of my first videos and was like, what in the world? You know, it was all kinds of bloopers and everything. And I wanted to be such a perfectionist at the beginning. But as I have walked on this journey, I realized people don't want perfectionists. People want real.
Yes.
So when I make a mistake in a video, I cannot leave it in there. I'll be like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but y'all already know I got an old lady brain. Now, a lot of people who follow me realize that. They was like, Sylvia forgetting a heartbeat. Not well, because I'm so busy And I said, y'all already know I got an old lady brain, so we're gonna keep that right in there because what you see is what you get when you visit me. So I've learned that's how I changed. I learned how to just roll with the flow, be genuine, be real, be factual.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to try new things. I try new stuff all the time. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's a rock and roll. I did a short about 3 months ago. I think it's at 60,000 views right now.
Oh, goodness.
And I tried another one, that same genre, and it didn't work. That's all right. I'm gonna stay with it because I think that it's a niche for me, but I just gotta work a little harder at it.
Right.
So don't be afraid to work hard. And if you get one no, people, remember, the next one will be a yes.
There you go. Yes. So hopefully everybody's enjoying the clips that I'm playing from that interview series. Let's look at Be Amazing Sylvia's channel. You can see what we're talking about. She's at 13,000 subscribers now, but 13.7. So if we're getting very close to 14,000. And it's wonderful that these creators who've been with us here in the Tuber Chat channel for years, in her case, probably 5 years, it's wonderful that they're still coming around as often as they can to share knowledge and experience with us so we can have an idea about what might work for us, knowing that they're going through all the same things that we are. Pardon me, just in the way of subscribers a little bit farther along. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I've added a couple names to the wheel. I cleaned it up a bit. If any of our members or moderators are listening or watching and haven't been seen yet, just please be active in the chat. I'll get you on the wheel. And then Be Amazing Sylvia. So did I miss her? Oh, happy birthday for her cousin. I was going to say I couldn't have missed her birthday because we have each other on Facebook as well. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. And then Be Amazing Sylvia runs really a variety channel. Now, she is very knowledgeable in all things YouTube. She's an original one of the 7 creators that brought us the Drop the Link Day crew, where every single day one of them was doing a live stream where people could connect in a similar way to what we're doing here. And she continues today, actually, with a shorts series of live streams. And what I mean by that is she gives people a chance to connect on shorts videos. Now here, we're always looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer when we're connecting. It's not that there's a right way or wrong way to connect. We just keep doing things here the same way because we've been doing it for 5 years and it still works. You notice that every channel I put on the screen, if they've been on the screen before, they're subscribed, right? Because it always sticks. So these are just ideas. And then Be Amazing Sylvia otherwise brings variety. So shout outs for other creators. She brings us into her home, some spiritual inspiration. She introduces us to her family, some friends. She could be traveling. She could be bringing us a weight loss journey. She's got a separate business that a lot of people can benefit from, including myself. I've had her with some of the coffee that she brings out, which is like keto-based coffee, bulletproof coffee it's called, I believe. And then Be Amazing Sylvia got into a real boost a while back where she hooked into a formula for shorts that just made her channel explode, and it continues today. So you notice some of the shorts videos here have got 250,000 views. Another one at 681,000, and another one at 762,000 views, more than 750,000 views on these shorts. And her channel just like grew and grew and grew and grew. So you can see, of course, if you find success with something, you're going to continue to post it. And of course, she does still today. And other variety as well. Here's an example of these live streams where people can connect. So she's also knowledgeable about YouTube, like I said, and talks about all the same things that we talk about here. I've got the notification on for the next one. I think she's actually on in an hour, if I understand this right. So I'm not sure if she's going to be on after Tuber Chat. Actually, she might be. So that'll give us an opportunity to possibly even raid into her. I made a note of that. Yeah, she might still be on. We're usually here for 3 hours, but that would be great for everybody to keep connecting with new channels. She'll have a lot of friends we haven't met yet. And she's got a separate channel as well. She started one with her daughter a while back. She continues this one today called Sylvia's Daily Positivity, where she wants to share motivation and inspiration with us. So you see a few videos there, lots of shorts to continue on. These have now gotten into 1,700, 3,000 views and beyond on a couple of them, and almost 300 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. She just needs a few subscribers to get there. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then I know a few people are wishing to swap playlists here, so I hope everybody will reach out to each other if you want to do that. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. We still got a long way to go today. We're going to go to, forgive me, the sun is coming right at me here. We're going to go for another more than an hour and a half if everybody would like to. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen here. Belle's Whisper Farmstead is up, and they're going to give us homesteading tips, recipes, how-to videos, do-it-yourself videos, recipes, and much more, including live streams and shorts, actually. So Belle's Whisper Farmstead is somebody I've talked about just about from the beginning, with the idea that they really put a lot of thought into their videos. I insist that they do a lot of planning, and then they do a really thorough job with the videos. Lately, I've enjoyed a lot of these baking or cooking videos because they have said that the end result, and I mean Kristen and Mike together, he's in some of the videos and even helps with the channel a bit, but they have insisted that these recipes came out even better than they expected, and I like them because they only feature a few ingredients and they're budget friendly and easy to make. You know, when we think about baking, of course, you need a little bit of time in the oven and this and that, but the prep and everything else is really not complicated, which makes them fantastic for anybody who wants to think about copying some of this for yourself. And what I mean is the recipes, like, you know, having those, making recipes like these at home, whether it's desserts or anything else. Now, Belle's Whisper Farmstead Kristen, like I said, does a thorough job, but they bring us all sorts of homesteading content. So they could be indoors, they could be outdoors. They've got almost like farmstead content here, because I blur the lines on this live stream or on this channel where we talk about farming, ranching, homesteading traditionally, and then camping, hiking, fishing, just about anything outdoors. And I mix them all together when I talk about homesteading here, because we see so much similar content from these creators, and we can tell they all have a desire to share knowledge and resources with us and with each other. So when we look at shorts over here, 2,200, 2,700, 3,800 in views, and those continue, and then live streams as well. So these are occasional, but Kristen has either taken us for a walk by the water or a fireside chat, and we'll be looking forward to more. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And Belle's Whisper Farmstead is incredibly supportive. I run into her probably every day, supporting other people in premieres and live streams as well. And then Consume the Goodness is here. Good to see you in the house. That's Kendra. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Let's spin the wheel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And pardon me, I had to get up there for a second. I got, not really curtains, but shears, sort of, over the window, and the sun is just beating right on me right now. It moves over the seasons, right? So, you know, what it's doing this week is not the same as what it's doing next week. The Source is up right now. Let's see what they've got going on. They just mentioned in the chat they've got some playlist swapping culture going on in their community now. The Source is somebody who's been known to send over lots of friends here. As soon as they found the Tuber Chat channel, they started sending friends over right away. And they do a bit of random content, but a lot of connection with creators as well. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. It looks like a review. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. You get an idea of all the different types of content they're making. Lots of shout-outs for other creators. And then live streams as well. So they've got a wheel similar, a support wheel they call it, similar to our Wheel of Doom, as we like to refer to it here. And lots of support for other creators. There's Kendra right there that I mentioned from Consume the Goodness. We'll see some other familiar faces, and we'll be introduced to a lot of friends as well. So the Source has been over the top supportive in the way that they've sent over friends, like I said. And when we realize that there is plenty out there, enough for everybody, there's like 2 billion active monthly users on YouTube. You couldn't have 2 billion subscribers if you wanted to. Even Mr. Beast, even PewDiePie, even T-Series don't have 2 billion. You know what I mean? So there's plenty for everyone. And the magic of YouTube comes in the fact that even if we miss each other's streams, including here in Tuber Chat, or people are hopping in and out doing all the things they do, we can always catch each other's content. Everybody can watch everybody's stuff, as much as they have time for anyway. But I promise you, as much as everybody as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Source. They're growing fast, monetized of course, and working on 2,400 subscribers right now. So hopefully everybody will help push them a little bit farther. And then Westy, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I am Betty J. Gathers is coming up. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
So I am Betty J. Gathers up on the screen right now. She's been a friend since pretty much the beginning. We're getting close to 5 years now. And I am Betty J. Gathers is another true example of what I mean when I talk about a dynamic creator. She's always smiling, always laughing. In her videos, the latest videos that she's made feature a lot of vlogging, which means she brings us outdoors, she brings us into her home, she gives us a real chance to get to know her. She's essentially living her best life over 60. And she shares a lot of concepts like healthy eating, healthy living. Intermittent fasting is something I've heard her talk about many times. She's got shorts on the channel as well. This is really interesting because this creator has gotten into 8, 9, and 10,000 views with videos featuring the creator herself. That's not an easy feat. And then she's got a few other shorts that have done 13,000 and 15,000 here as well with some random content. She's been known to put out 365 shorts in a row. And then live streams on the channel as well. She's done a lot of interviews with creators. Sometimes it's I am Betty J. Gathers herself. She could have a StreamYard panel up. I've joined her on her channel. We had a talk for an hour and a half there about moderators, our friendship, a little bit of YouTube, and hopefully everybody will check that out as well. Nisa Faraway, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Moises, good to see you here. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. I feel like we've seen your channel before, but forgive me if I'm wrong about that. And then hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. And it is time for us to spin the wheel again. Let's do that.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Broke but Bountifully Blessed is coming up right now. This is Carol We'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. 606 subscribers, which is great to see. I didn't mention it. I should have mentioned it. I forgot to mention it for a second there. But I Am Betty J Gathers, the channel that we just looked at, is seconds away from getting 3,000 subscribers. She's been sitting at 2.99 thousand for a week or two now. There's my alarm going off for Just Jason Keto. PK Adventure Travels probably is live. They went on at 7 p.m. Eastern. Just Jason Keto will be live next week at 7:30 Eastern, as he usually is. And then in September, he'll probably pick things back up to every week. Broke but Bountifully Blessed, Carol, has a channel I'm still getting to know. They've got some shorts over here that have gotten into 1,000 views, 1,300 even. And this is a creator that's bringing us a few different, looks like product reviews, and then possibly even cooking videos. I'm unsure about that. Some gardening, obviously, and I'm going to grab the latest video and put that into my catch-up list so I can see what you've done with your garden. Late July garden update. Lots of creators are doing videos like that, and you'll have to let me know how the success goes with those. I mean, we can look at the views and this and that, but a lot of our homesteading friends are doing things like this. And for anybody into gardening, of course, having updates and progress and learning lessons along the way lends itself perfectly to YouTube. Live streams on this channel as well. This creator's on frequently. They just did one a couple of days ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these soon. I got notifications on for every single channel, of course. And then I Am Betty J Gathers, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then, yes, interesting words, but obviously very true. It's a lesson I have not learned in decades of my lifetime. I'm probably older than most people think. And tomorrow is not promised. It certainly is not. And it's unfortunately the harder lessons in life that teach us that and help us remember the most, but it's true. So I hope everybody is making the most out of your YouTube journey as well as life. Of course, we would talk about that. I know not everybody enjoys every single thing we have to do in YouTube. We're all going to agree it's more work than we thought it was going to be when we started. But if you can enjoy even the frustrations that come along with it, I know it's a weird thing to say, but I promise you it's true. Even when things drive you nuts, you can say, you know what, I really enjoy this because I know someday the things that bother me are not going to bother me anymore. Or I'm going to have so many friends that we can trade favors. I'm not going to have to do the things I don't like anymore. Lots of people are willing to help each other in many different ways as well. And then, thank you, Nisa Faraway. And then I Am Betty J Gathers. Yes, if anybody hasn't already connected with her, I hope they will. She might have 3,000 subscribers as of right this second. And we'd love to get her a few extras, because once you get to about 3,005 or let's say 3,010, it pretty much locks it in. And nobody likes when they hit a milestone and have it dip. We've seen that here. But we'd love to solidify that for her. A Simple Family Lifestyle is coming up.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
I have I'm way overdue for adding a name to the wheel from our chat list, so I have Cheetah Will View on the wheel for right now, and I'll add more names as we need them, likely very soon. And then Alice Lugo Studios, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then Palazzo Place, are you almost at 650? Is that what you're saying? It's always exciting when people are hitting different milestones, and I hope everybody's celebrating those as well. Even if you're not the kind of person who wants to celebrate things for yourself, it's a great idea to share enthusiasm of any kind at all, because your friends and your fans, literally, and your audience are going to want to celebrate for you. You know, this is how people can really get behind your channel and get behind what you're doing, when you allow them the freedom to be able to share their enthusiasm for you and for your channel and for your journey, if that makes any sense. A simple family lifestyle is a channel I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to grab another one of their videos. They got a lot of short videos here. We try to connect with videos that are 3 minutes or longer. I'm already connected to this channel, but I'm going to grab a recipe video here, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's another playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And then that'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,600 views, 1,900 views, 3,700 views, and some of these are all out of order, moving up fairly quickly. So I think they're still getting views, which is great to see. 209 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 300. We know they must be thinking about. And then, yeah, don't make me admit that I had Timbits today. I'm not going to admit it. And then a simple family lifestyle seems to be bringing us a lot of outdoor content as well. It looks like an aquarium, actually, now that I read the title on a lot of these, and then some outdoor content as well. And so, hopefully everybody will connect with a simple family lifestyle. I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel better. And then let's spin the wheel. Jimmy the Racing Channel is a very enthusiastic creator. And then I also see that Manuel's Aquarium and Entertainment is in the house. I hope everybody always has patience with each other. There's a lot of different things that could cause people to say things that might be confusing in the chat, and that can come down to either language barriers or other ideas. So I hope whenever we see something that looks a little bit off, we wait for a second and have the patience to think, hold on, maybe this is not bad, because I've been tripped up and wondered a few times. But I miss a lot of the chat as well. I miss a lot of the context and then jump in halfway through other people's conversations. Tankside Chronicles, good to see you here. They're a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel. And right now, Butler Family Farm is up here. This is everybody's BFF. This is Jerry and Susan together. They bring us 116 acres of homesteading content on their farm, which includes cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, chickens, llamas, cats, dogs, bees, and possibly koi at some point. And then I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here, loading up for a sale, which is interesting to see. Now, they actually take us all around their property to look at what it takes to look after 116 acres of farmland, but a lot of the tools they make themselves when they need to. They've got a lot of equipment. They've got a lot of neighbors that help out with each other and things like that. They also bring us into their home. And then in common traditional homesteading style, they bring us some cooking videos as well. And they meet a lot of other creators. You'll meet lots of friends when you're over here with Butler Family Farm, because they actually travel a lot to different meetups. It could be just a few people at a time or up to 80 channels of creators and supporters. When they do those, we often get a live stream from them as well. I'm going to put your anniversary live stream into my catch-up list as well. And this is one we missed the other day because we were also streaming at the same time. But this is what I'm talking about. I know sometimes people get really caught up with the idea that, you know, your friends have time slots and you shouldn't go live when this person goes live and things like that. But I covered myself from the beginning by saying Superchat doesn't have a schedule. We're going to go at different days, different times. And, you know, what that allows is we could all catch each other's content afterwards if we need to. You know, if you remember what the 17th live stream you ever did was, this goes for everybody, I'll be shocked because I promise you nobody remembers what they did the 17th time. It didn't matter as much as we think. What matters is we're building a catalog of content. We're building consistency. Like on Superchat here, we try to go live once every 3 days. Even if I miss a week, there's been times I lost my voice. We missed weeks, and we're able to still keep the strength up because of the consistency. Lots of other creators are doing similar things because they post so consistently, not even just frequently as an idea. Life with Tanisha RN, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm going to put your channel up next. Because of that, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then when we look at Butler Family Farm, pardon me, so we've got live streams here, and like I said, I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. They're live every Monday, 6:45 Eastern. Sometimes it's just Jerry and Susan. Sometimes they get a StreamYard panel, and when they can, they hit the road and they bring us live streams while they're traveling. They've got shorts over here as well. One of these has got into 50,000 views, which is great to see. Now, Jerry's let us know that he's using the YouTube promotion system to push the channel rapidly and aggressively. So they're at 96,000 right now, almost 97,000. We expect they're going to have 100,000 probably within a week or two at the most, I'm sure. So Butler Family Farm is here for just about every stream as well. And, you know, I don't expect everybody to be. I certainly appreciate every moment everybody can spend. But hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm and get some of their support coming back to you as well. So hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And what we're going to do right now, I'm going to give my voice a little bit of a rest. So I'm going to play another clip from that interview series. And these are videos, again, with friends of ours. They've been with us for years in the Tuber Chat family. Their channels are growing really, really well. They've all got a little bit of magic, but they all have a few different things to say. And then we'll go on break for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come right back. What I'm going to show you right now is Edna's World, who's been with us from the beginning, and she talks about how to get 10,000 subscribers.
So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also if I'm talking about a specific thing like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What did you put? You know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you. You have an interest in this particular topic.
All right, we'll go for 3.5 minutes and come right back. All right, we're just about back, and Life with Tanisha RN dropped a super chat, so we're going to look at that channel right away. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. I see that Life with Tanisha RN is getting very close to 600 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. When we have a look at what this creator is bringing us, they talk about planning and creativity, and then a little bit more planning routines, journaling, inspiration, unboxings of planner, stationery, and lifestyle goodies, and then some real life moments, habits, and motivation, which is great to see. I'm always happy to see creators using their powers for good as opposed to anything else. A voice down under, good to see you here. And I added a couple names onto the wheel, so Driving Daily and Timmy the Racing Channel have both been added, and I will add some more names as we need them. I usually put a couple on there every time we get down to about 5 or 6. Life with Tanisha RN has a few new videos here. I'm just going to grab the latest one from yesterday and put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to see what they're unboxing there. They've got shorts on this channel. These have gotten into 600 and 700 views and beyond now, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. So these are an idea from the past. A couple of familiar faces there. Jeremy, Cheryl, and Rob are all on panel there. Hopefully we'll see some more from Life with Tanisha RN. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catching as much content as possible as well.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
And then Ann Philbick, thank you. I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Tim Mitchell's in the house, and I've got you on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then have Cheetah Will View is coming up right now. I hope Patrick is still here, because I know it's been a long time since we've looked at his channel. And then this is a creator that's actually been a friend for many years. It could be 5 years now. It's pretty close to it. And he's hung out with me both here in the Tuber Chat streams as well as with my personal channel, and I appreciate that as well. Now, Have Cheetah Will View is the creator I talked about earlier that might have done, he's done hundreds, I don't know if it's 1,000 yet, but hundreds of interviews, both in a blog and in his YouTube videos. So he's on constantly with different guests, lots of influential people, producers, actors, and others as well, YouTubers and everything else. And I'm just going to grab his latest video and put this into my catch-up list. I've been on his channel a few times, actually. We did a couple of conversations ourselves, and then I moderated a conversation between him and Huntophobia, which is interesting as well. There's Have Cheetah Will View. And Huntophobia is somebody I actually went out with in some paranormal investigations. They do a really professional job on their channel. Far much more like a TV show than a standard YouTube vlog. I see there's a premiere coming up as well, so I've got a notification on for that. It's about 2 weeks away, or a week and a half. Shorts on this channel have now gotten into 1,800 views, 1,900 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. So like I said, this creator's on. I'm not sure if it's daily. It's pretty close to it, I think, though, actually. They've got a few set up. They did one yesterday, a few days ago. So it may not quite be every day. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick. Here's the creator right here. And then if you search out Tuber Chat, you'll find me on his channel a couple of times where we got a chance to talk about YouTube and the journey and a few different opinions and ideas and things like that. And then, oh, downtown Toronto, like, yeah, Have Cheetah Will View on my personal channel. I live in Niagara Falls, Canada. I have for many years now, but I was born, grew up, raised, and all that stuff in Toronto, and I continue to work there even today after all this time. And so I have gone out for a lot of outdoor walk and talk live streams, and both cities are mesmerizing in my opinion. I'm proud to be from Toronto, proud to be Canadian and all this stuff. I love my American friends and all of our YouTube friends from around the world here as much as anybody would, of course, but I enjoy being able to go out and kind of show off Niagara Falls. It's beautiful. Toronto is so well known as a world-class city also. I haven't been out in Toronto in a long time for a live stream. I hide from the heat. I can't take it. I'll be the first to admit it. So I usually run away. I'm like afraid of the sun, it seems. But we've had a heat wave like I don't even remember, and I whine and cry about this stuff all the time. Today was a bit better. I don't think it got above 25 Celsius, which means like 82 degrees, I think, at its height today. But it's been over 100 at times and well into the 90s consistently the whole summer so far. So I won't be out in that kind of heat, but when things calm down, then I will. If I can find a spot where the weather, like the sky looks good, like, we got blue skies and nice sun, but it's just not like 80, 90 or 100 degrees, or in September, whatever comes first. And then Have Cheetah Will View says they've slowed down a little bit lately, but they'll be picking things back up soon. And then, yeah, Three Cheese and me, we never know. We never know how long it's going to be on the wheel. Tim Mitchell says they were without internet for a while. And then, so bored without internet. Yes, I'd probably go into a complete frenzy if I didn't have an internet connection. I would literally travel. I mean, even if the vehicle didn't work, I'd probably be walking and running anywhere I could find an internet connection. This is a true story, not a long one. But in the year 2004, I went to Mexico. I used to be a DJ in a past life, and it was one of those things with a radio station where we were going to work in all the different bars and nightclubs and stuff like that. Me and another couple of DJs went, and it was very cool. It was, a wonderful experience. The day before we went, my friend and I looked at each other and said, what are we going to do on a beach for a week? Because we are not outdoor people. So we had to DJ by the pool every day from 2 to 4, so at least we had something to do. But he literally bought a laptop that day so that we would have it with us if we wanted it when it was beach time and everything. So if that's not ridiculous, I don't know what is, but I promise you it's a true story. And then Tankside Chronicles is on the screen right now. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. We've been through their videos so far. They've got some shorts here as well. Pardon my voice. I'm screaming through the house, I think, again. 1,400 views on a couple of these shorts videos, which is great to see. And then I see they've done a few more live streams. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been a month already. They're doing them every week or two. And then 533 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 600 we know they're thinking about. No. Oh my goodness. Are you serious, Tim Mitchell? Oh, that's horrifying. Yeah, if people were looking for copper or silver and things like that, I'd almost understand. It just wouldn't seem so hollow of an idea. I'm sorry that happened. That sounds very silly and not very bright, as you say. Yeah, the source, that's my type of surfing. That's a good way of putting it. I'm going to steal that line now when I tell that story. But yeah, it's absolutely true. Just Jason Keto is up on the screen right now. This creator's usually live on Thursday. He'll be on next week. He's doing every other week for the summer. And then in September, he'll probably pick things right back up. And this creator brings us healthy eating and healthy living, especially when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. So Just Jason Keto is now over 6,000 subscribers, which is great to see. His channel started to really grow rapidly a few months ago when he had a video that just bursted into, I think it was 23,000 views in total. It probably still gets views right now, but if we look at everything that happened after that, here it is, 24,000 views now. Everything that happened after is getting hundreds of views, if not 1,000 and more, including the latest video, which just blew up the other day. So Just Jason Keto does a lot of recipes on his channel. He's done probably 100 chaffle recipes, but they're just one aspect of the channel. He does a lot of other recipes as well. All of them feature only a few ingredients, easy and quick to make. And this creator also does product reviews, so he can help us understand the ingredients and how they're going to affect us. He'll also review things like a barbecue or Dash Minis. This is where we make the chaffles, and then an air fryer and things like that. But if he happens to travel, like to Niagara Falls, for instance, he'll give us some footage. He went to the States last year as well. And then he's got a lot of guests on his channel, both in videos and live streams. They share their life experiences and tips, tricks, trials, tribulations, and everything else. When we look at Just Jason Keto, there's Kendra. We saw her in the chat. I'm not sure if she's still here. Consume the Goodness. She's been on the channel a few times, but he got lots of guests over here. Sometimes in his streams, it's Jason giving us updates, answering questions with a vibrant community that helps in the chat. But also, he's been known, like I said, to have guests on the channel to give us their input and information. Or once in a while, he mixes things up. He'll do a cook-along live stream, or he'll do a homestead hangout where we were first introduced to Matt and Mouse as a channel. So Just Jason Keto, hopefully everybody will connect with. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here, and somebody who I promise you cares very deeply about the YouTube journey, all of us here, and his community as well. I've been lucky enough to have met up with him in real life a few times, and we've been able to get to know each other in that way as well. And then Keto Simple, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Oh my goodness, 3 Cheese and Me got a short video that blew up to 1 million views. Is that right? 1.5 million views and more? My goodness, that is a fantastic. What I like to think, I know, like, you know, people like me usually say things like this, but it's absolutely true when we think, like, that's wonderful that that's the first time that that happened to you. Because, you know, we're all hoping it's going to happen again, but it certainly can. Maybe even with more. And then, oh goodness, the source. Yes, that is a creative idea, I'll tell you that. And then, yeah, the how-to lady, 24,000 views, because we're talking a video, right? So if a video blows up, we all get excited. It's wonderful when we have a video, because I promise you, I know what this is like too. When we make a video, you know, in the early days, you're happy to get 10 views, you're happy to get 20 views, eventually you're happy to get 50 or 100 views, but eventually you have another video that gets over 100 views, maybe 200, maybe 300. You start to say, like, wow, this is actually working. Then eventually your first you have your first video that gets over 1,000. And then you're like, wow, I've been waiting for this day, and then another one, and then another, and then another. And the milestones just keep adding up. The bar keeps being raised, right? And Keto Simple, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We're going to look at this channel right away, because we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And Phil Bick, I might have taken your name off the wheel a little while ago. I often remove names if I haven't seen somebody for a while, but I see you're still here, so I just put it back on, and I'll leave it there for a while. For any of our members or moderators, as long as you're active in the chat once in a while, I'll make sure your name is still there, or add it back if I remove it. But sometimes I remove names just so we can get to more channels as the stream goes on. A voice down under, the most you've gotten is 1,500, which is, it's always great to know what our most popular video is, because it gives us something to look forward to, especially when you've got a community like this, lots of people with videos. You know, hopefully it's not the envy and the jealousy that gets to us, but the hope and the knowledge that this can happen to anybody. You know, every one of us expects everybody here to eventually have videos in the thousands of views. I know for sure that that's true. When we start to talk about hundreds of thousands and millions, that can be a little bit tough. Myself personally, I haven't got a video on a channel that I own that's over 100,000 views yet. But I have got videos on channels that I have produced for that have gotten even over 1 million views now. I'm pretty sure I've got one over 1 million and many in hundreds of thousands. So it can happen for all of us. The idea is we just keep going. And when it's your turn, you can call it luck, you can call it anything you want. Something is going to come along, grab a couple of your videos, make them fly, and they start to carry the whole channel. You know, the 80-20 rule or the 90-10 rule or whatever we want to call it in life applies to our YouTube channels as well. 10% of your videos are going to give you 90% of your views eventually. Tim Mitchell's gifting a handful of memberships. Thank you for that again. He's done that many times before, countless times before. I literally wouldn't be able to count how many times. Absolutely unnecessary. But very much appreciated. He's done it time and time again. I know the recipients will be happy to have it. And I'm going to put Tim Mitchell's channel up on the screen next. We've got Keto Simple up there. They dropped a super chat earlier. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And it's a never-ending well of views. It certainly is, Keto Simple. Because we've got friends here telling us they've got videos into the hundreds of thousands. My personal channel, I don't know if my most popular video is going to hit 100,000 because it got to like 70,000, but it was of a tablet review for one of those Huawei tablets, if that's how you pronounce that. A very popular one and a great tablet. It still works. I still, love it and could use it and everything else. But those things age, right? Like if you do a product review and the product becomes 4 or 5 years old, less people are searching for it, then they'll skip your video to go to the newer model. It's not as evergreen as things like how to bake a pie, like what we saw from Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen earlier. That recipe, the recipe she does on her channels will live forever. Right? Even something like Keto Simple as well, who we've got on the screen right now, might be doing some of the same thing. This is a creator I'm still getting to know, but here we go, chaffles and muffins. Recipes, it doesn't matter how long somebody has been spending time in the kitchen, and I'm talking literally decades. People are always going to look for new recipes or a new twist on recipes that they love and things like that. A Voice Down Under, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm going to put your channel up right after Tim Mitchell for that reason. Same as Keto Simple here. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up right away. And there you go. Yeah, Keto Simple. When we have variety channels, where like somebody like myself, my personal channel is just variety because music has been the biggest part of my life, but you can't do it with copyright claims and all this stuff, so I might as well just do whatever comes to mind. I use it to experiment too. And I've put some things up there that have done better than I expected, and I've put some things up there that didn't go anywhere that I thought were going to be hits and everything else, just like everybody else. And but evergreen content, when we can come up with that, or if we can plan our videos so that they become evergreen, then you have an opportunity to get views into the future. Just Jason Keto talks about that as well. It's the reason he made another barbecue video, because he picks up views every season for that. I took some flight lessons in a very long story a few years ago when I started my YouTube channel. That I think was my very first video. And those videos get views every summer. Starts in the spring, goes through the summer, and then it dies off over the winter. Those will be, I don't know about evergreen, but somewhat. You know, as the plane ages, as those videos age, maybe not so. But I've also heard a statistic that says that, I forget if it was 90% of the views on videos on YouTube are for videos older than 10 years. I don't know if that's true. I can't remember where I heard it, but anything's possible. But we just build a catalog of videos. You do the best you can. You put out every good idea you think is appropriate. And eventually things work. We improve, we fine tune, and things move faster and faster. It happens for everybody. Oh, and then that's funny. Consume the Goodness has a short with 50,000. And may not have even noticed. Yeah, I don't watch my own personal channel. I haven't been posting lately, and I've got every excuse like everybody else as well. But I haven't been watching the views lately because I know that it just continues to chug along. Once you get 10,000 subscribers, your channel will basically grow organically almost on its own. It gets easier is the idea, as we would expect, right? Oh, Huawei? Yeah, I never know how to pronounce that properly. Keto Simple, but you're likely right about that. And then, Together We Travel. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, and there, Canadian Family Life has a food bank grocery haul that just hit 10,000. That has to be exciting. I know it is. When you get a video that starts to get into, and then we start talking about, like, first of all, views is an easy analytic, if we want to call it that, an easy statistic to watch. Like, we can look at our views on our front page. We can get notified if we want, but we can go and look at that, and views are very telling to us. You get 100 views, you get 1,000 views, eventually you get 10,000 views, and it's very exciting. But if you look at your analytics, especially on a computer, I use the computer all the time, not the phone so much, but when you look at your analytics, you can see that your videos are getting views, and you can see what the top 10 videos over the last 28 days are, because they move. And this is what I mean. If you make Christmas videos, of course they're going to start to pick up around Christmas and die off the rest of the year. Same for Halloween, same for gardening, same for a lot of different things, right? But you can see how your videos are growing. As soon as you start to find videos that are getting 1,000 views a month, and I promise you it comes, what happens is you start to get really excited and you're like, I want 10 videos that are getting 1,000 views a month, and it's possible. I promise you. So hopefully you find what I'm saying exciting. You know, I'm not sure how much I'm saying like actually makes sense, but these are just ideas. So hopefully everybody will connect with Keto Simple, and we see that they're going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living. We've got a few creators helping with this kind of thing. Another truly dynamic creator, I've been lucky to catch them live as well. They got some shorts that have done really well. 21,000, 43,000, one at 147,000. My dear goodness. And then live streams on the channel as well. So I caught them a week and a half ago. They're on pretty frequently. It looks like twice a week or so. So hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. The conversations in live streams could usually go just about anywhere, but obviously they're going to help with healthy eating and healthy living. Keto Simple's working on 6,400 subscribers and monetize. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
I'm going to put Tim Mitchell's handle in the chat so everybody can get to it. 8784, Tim Mitchell 8784. And then thank you, the How-To Lady. She's always very enthusiastic, and she's been a dear friend for many years. She's got a couple of channels, actually. Oh, wow. Onion ring chaffles. 44,000. Why didn't I didn't see that on your front page. Just because I skip, and I promise you, I make this joke every day, but even with my glasses on, I can't see a thing. I'm behind. I need to get some new glasses. The ones I'm wearing are 4 years old. I bought some 2 years ago, and that's what I always wear, but I broke them. Look at my nice Scotch tape job. Trying to hold those together, but I got to get some new glasses. I'm only procrastinating. That's really all I'm doing, because I'm gonna order online. Now you can get glasses for less than $100. You know, the glasses I'm wearing are 300 Canadian dollars. It's the cheapest that my optometrist sells, right? But, you know, you want to be supportive. Okay, if you can, maybe buy from, you know, whatever. You choose who you buy from. But now I'm like, you know what, if I can get like 4 pairs for the same amount of money, I have no choice but to go and do that, because I'll get sunglasses, computer glasses, reading glasses, driving glasses, like, you know, everything. And then Tim Mitchell is up on the screen right now. 267 subscribers. We'd love to push this channel towards the 300 they're thinking about. They're here with us just about every single day. In every stream, they gifted a handful of memberships. They've done that countless times. I wouldn't be able to count how many times. And I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Always unnecessary. You know, I like to say it's absolutely true. Everybody knows this channel's doing well. I work full time, luckily, and everything else. But I, you know, try to give back as well, and hopefully everybody sees that when I'm out in premieres and live streams and things like that. But I do appreciate it here. I know the recipients will be happy to have those gifted memberships as well. Tim Mitchell is bringing us shorts. These are starting to move as well. 1,000 views, 1,100, 1,500 here, and then live streams also. Now, I haven't been catching these, and I have a feeling it's because they're on while I'm working. Hopefully, I'll catch you if you're going to do any of these on the weekend. I'm unsure. I'm always like around on the weekend. And then Tim Mitchell actually produces videos for 2 more channels. One of them, we get to hear the story of how this all happened, as a matter of fact, at least in my opinion. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official is the next channel we're going to look at.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And then Backyard Trucker is in the house. That's a longtime friend named Andy. And then Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. So this is one of the other channels that Tim Mitchell produces for. And when we have a look here, we see Chef CV, and they are going to bring us into the kitchen to teach us how to make some really delicious dishes and meals, but not traditional. So a lot of the things that I've seen on this channel, I haven't seen on other channels, for instance. Now, this particular video that I watched from a couple weeks ago here talks about how Timmy, which is Tim Mitchell, and Chef CV met. And it's an interesting story. I like it because I was around online at the time. And I've been lucky enough to have seen the progression of the things they talk about in that video all the way through social media today. And I talk about that often. 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pacific on Tuesday morning is when they typically go live. And forgive me if I missed what you meant there. I'm getting the context wrong there. And then, yes, hopefully I'm not missing anything else in the chat, but I appreciate everybody's patience when you have to repeat yourself as well. I hope everybody will check out that video. It's not even 10 minutes long. Perfect watch, perfect video to connect with, but an interesting story. It really gives us a chance to get to know the creators behind these channels. So in shorts, Chef CV is going to bring us 1,300 views on one of these, 1,200 on another, which is great to see. Some of those are really starting to move. And then live streams. So they're live over here as well pretty frequently. And then they mix up. The live streams are alternate with another channel I'm going to show you. They talk about the Wheel of Misfortune. If I roll over enough of these, at some point you're going to see their glorious, colorful Wheel of Misfortune in the background. There it is right there. And I've seen that in action, so hopefully you will too. Chef Stevie's also going to help us navigate the kitchen and talk about cookware and appliances and all the things we might need. Then, the unofficial, official, off-topic squirrel is the third channel. And this is where we get more of a behind the scenes look at Chef CV, a complimentary channel with complimentary content, I like to say. And more variety here. And then shorts on this channel as well have started to move. These have gotten into 700 views on one, over 1,000 views on another, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they alternate here, and they go live here occasionally, but you see that glorious wheel of misfortune in the background, sometimes in the kitchen, of course. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tim Mitchell. He dropped a handful of gifted memberships again. He did 5 at a time. He's done that again and again and again. And I really do appreciate that. And we'd love to push all 3 of these channels a little bit farther towards their next milestones.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
So Tim Mitchell's got live streams coming up on Munchie Mafia Official, the Cooking with Chef CV. We're going to find 3 p.m. Pacific. And then the Off Topic Squirrel channel will be live at 6 p.m. Pacific. So we'll be able to be prepared on Sunday for 2 of those. They're both right after Jesse Journals and Unboxes drops a premiere at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then Ace Flaw 1. Andy is a creator that brings travel videos. He's been a friend of 6 years now, since before Tuber Chat was even a thought. And then Marketplace Boutique is also here. That's Jody Genealogy. I think she's got a membership with one of her channels. And I got to get Backyard Trucker onto the wheel. Starving, my dear goodness. And I Voice Down Under is up right now. This is a creator that dropped a super chat as well. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So this is T, an Aussie activist, and they will talk about a few different polarizing concepts here. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up and see what they're talking about today. Lots of different conversation by the look of it. And when we look at shorts on this channel, we see that this creator has gotten into 2,700, 13,000 views, my dear goodness, and then live streams on the channel as well. And it looks like they've got some interesting conversation to go here as well. I caught them a month ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these soon. It looks like they're going on at least once a week. And I've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then it's great to know we've got channels of all types so that we can hear all kinds of different opinions. One of the things I find frustrating is in Canada, we have a really hard time getting news because the social media companies told the Canadian government to get lost when they tried to interfere. And that's, I'm not exaggerating either. So the problem is we have to rely on what we can find or search for, knowing that there's a lot of political bias and censorship and everything else, and whatever our friends send us, try to figure out what's true and what's real. But I like to hear both sides of a story, even if I don't agree. And that happens all the time. But the only way we can make truth out of anything is to have a little bit of context from both angles, let's just say. Not everything is black and white, not everything is left and right and things like that, but you know what I mean. And then Voice Down Under, I'll be looking forward to catching up with your channel and seeing what you have to say in your latest video. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. And thank you, Consume the Goodness. A Voice Down Under we just looked at. We're one channel ahead on the wheel. And I think what we'll do right now, though, is we'll take a break. My voice, I think I've been screaming again. Some of us who live stream, we really like raise our voice more than we need to. So we'll make this an extended one again. I'm going to play a clip from our interview series. And these are creators that have passed 10,000 subscribers that share their knowledge with us. And then, yeah, Voice Down Under. We just have to do what we can. As long as you got some kind of consistency, you'll build the audience. And when you can settle into a schedule, things will probably increase a little bit faster. But it looks to me like you're doing fine so far. And working on 2,200 subscribers. So let's play this clip. We'll take a 3.5-minute break after that. We'll come right back with Driving Daily, who's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter.
We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Well, looking back, you know what, I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight. And the 0 to, I think it was 82, was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at the 4,000, when you're at 4,000 subscribers, aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we're just about back. We're looking at driving daily. This is another longtime friend. I'm really interested actually in a video you've got, so I'm not going to take the latest one, but I want to hear what you have to say, because he was just talking about making deliveries for food. But I'm interested to know all the details about all these tech companies. You know, the world is changing. When I was a kid, we used to walk 45 minutes if we wanted McDonald's, and now people don't have to do that. So I want to see what you have to say about making money with DoorDash and Uber Eats. I'm going to put that video on my catch-up list right now. The how-to lady. I'm going to add you to the wheel right now. I'm hoping that you can remind me the name of your second channel, and forgive me for it's just not coming to me right this second. I looked on your front page in the background to see if there was a link there, but just please let me know. I've got the how-to lady on the wheel, and when she comes up, we'll look at both of her channels. Now, Driving Daily is doing a lot of interesting things. This creator has a lot of stories to tell. They have a car collection, as a matter of fact, but they'll bring us to look at more cars. They talk about speed. They talk about a lot of topical content, newsworthy content, let's say. They've taken us to a few abandoned locations as well. And then they got some shorts on their channel. And some of these have done really well. 11,000, 18,000, 35,000. And then live streams on the channel as well. And I've been lucky enough to have caught this creator, Raleigh, North Carolina. This one was interesting because I don't think snow is quite that common, but they managed to catch a little bit there. And hopefully everybody will connect with Driving Daily. They've been with us for what I think is probably 2 years now. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that. I could probably figure it out if I look at their videos. Go back and see which one's the first one I went. Oh, maybe only a year. Yeah, feels like longer, so forgive me. I make that mistake all the time. But at least a year they've been with us, and Driving Daily is out there supporting other creators. I run into them regularly. Let me just make sure that Dee from the How-To Lady hopefully is still with us. And we'll look at the How-To Lady right now. Hopefully she's still here, and she'll let us know the second channel. I don't know why for the life of me I can't remember what it is. The How-To Lady is an enthusiastic creator, and I talk about her along with I Am Betty J Gathers. These creators are enthusiastically helping us gain lots of thumbs up on these live streams. If you haven't already given a thumbs up, I hope you will. But I appreciate that. The How-To Lady, a truly dynamic creator, always smiling, always laughing, always encouraging, and always motivating. Organization, do-it-yourself videos, hacks as well. And then this creator has been a friend of ours for years. I think she's been with us from the beginning as well. It's probably 4.5, getting closer to 5 years. When we look at her channel, we see she's got a few new videos over the last long while, including one yesterday. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get the latest video watched. But you get an idea of all the different things she's doing on her channel. One of the things that the How-To Lady was always known for is making a uniform look between all of her thumbnails, so picking a color scheme. And we've watched the changes over the years. If you look back in the early episodes of Superchat, you will see her featured. I think we featured both channels, as a matter of fact, and what she did was a similar look between both with different color schemes, which is great for branding because you get an idea that the videos are from the same creator but with a different style of some sort. This creator also is working on 900 subscribers now. We'd love to push her a little bit farther. You get an idea of the enthusiasm from this creator. She helps with fitness as well. And pardon me for a second while I scream through the house. That's okay, she can't hear me. Yeah, I can't remember unless you answer. Coastal Waters here. I'm going to get her onto the wheel. I keep forgetting to do my special command in the chat too. We'll see if our chat bots are working. We looked at Nightbot earlier. The How-To Lady. Oh, what on earth was the other channel's name? I'm hoping you'll catch it for me quickly while I give it one more second to think about it.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
And then 3 Cheese and Me is always on the wheel. Members are always on the wheel. So even if you've got like a gifted membership that somebody else put out there, that goes for everybody, that you're on the wheel. So thank you. Yes. Okay. Working out with D. Just in time, actually, because I was just, yeah, there it is right there. So working out with D, this creator is going to bring us fitness. And 85 subscribers right now. We'd love to push this channel up towards its first 100. But I wanted to focus on this creator because she's been such an unbelievable force for positivity and growth of this channel as well because of her enthusiasm. So I'm just going to grab her latest video. This one is actually from a year ago. It's been a long while, but that's okay. I'll put that into my catch-up list right now. And that will give me another piece of content to get watched for today. And then hopefully everybody will connect with the how-to lady. See what I'm talking about? She's got a similar look in her thumbnails. This one's more black and white. The other one was more purple and white, if I remember right. And hopefully everybody will connect with her. And I think, did I already spin the wheel? Not yet. Let's do it. And we'll see who's coming up next. I see that Buying Space has come in. It's good to have you here. And then Coastal Water was added to the wheel. And Philbic is coming up right now. Let's see what they got going on.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So Ann Philbic is another creator I'm still getting to know. Did we look at this channel earlier today? We did. We looked at this earlier. Why did I take this video and not the other? Yeah, I put this video on my catch-up list. Yeah, forgive me. We looked at Ann Philbic's channel earlier. I don't know why I'm tripping over that, but that's okay. Angie's Oddities. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then Timmy the Racing channel is coming up. Let's see what they've got going on right now. We know we're going to find a lot of speed on this channel.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
So we talk about a few things with the wheel here. Obviously, members and moderators get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. There's other things that let people go a little bit faster and this and that, but it's open to everyone. Everyone has the chance to be on the wheel or the screen. After a long while, I start adding names to the wheel as we need them from the chat. Sometimes we only get to a few channels, sometimes we get to much more. Today's a great day. We're getting to more channels than we usually do, and we've still got 20 minutes to go. And we always want to get to as many channels as possible, but it's based on how active everybody is in the chat. It's not just how long you're here, but how much you're actually engaging. I've got a chatbot called Streamlabs in the background, and it kind of keeps track of some arbitrary calculation between the messages in the chat and the length of time people are here, just so everybody knows. So Timmy the Racing channel is an enthusiastic creator who's here with us for just about every stream. They reset and restarted their channel recently, and they're now at 122 subscribers, which is great to see. But you can see some of the shorts videos here are starting to get into 1,200, 1,400, 1,700, even 1,800 views. One at 2,400, which is great to see as well. And Hopefully everybody will connect with Timmy the Racing channel. They always share enthusiasm in the chat and positive things to say about just about every other channel as well. And I'm always happy to see that kind of positivity as well, if that makes sense. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up right now.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Backyard Trucker is up here right now. This is Andy, self-employed small business owner, truck driver. Sometimes he does his own repairs. He does a few other handy things as well. I'm just going to grab his latest video auctioning a few things, and this is really cool. When we look at Backyard Trucker, over 6,100 subscribers right now. This creator has been doing a lot of live streaming, and I'll show you in a moment, but they've got monetization on the channel as well. Lots of ways to support them with super chats and memberships, of course. But shorts over here have gotten into 1,500, 18, 1,900, one at 28,000. Which is great to see, and then live streams on their channel as well. So this creator brings us a lot of dash cam footage, but they do really well. I've caught them for countless live streams, as a matter of fact, and they do a good job of keeping up with the chat while they're at it. But you can see they do lengthy live streams, usually in vertical or portrait mode. And that can lend itself to gaining a lot of viewers from the shorts feed that otherwise might not have found our stuff. So this is really a great example of how we can get a channel to grow quickly, if appropriate, with this kind of content. But certainly Backyard Trucker, lots of people enjoy dash cam footage. It's done well for a lot of people. Oh, and then yeah, the how-to lady scratching PPA's on vacation. He went to Italy a couple of years ago for a couple of weeks, and he's back there again right now. He's just been gone a few days as far as I know, so it might still be a week and a half before he's back, but he'll be back. He's still here every stream, hours at a time, supporting everybody just as much as always. We don't know how he does it, but yeah, Scratchin' PPA is still the shining jewel that I always describe him as. We've added some moderators since then, and all of them care very deeply about our YouTube journeys. Those of us in this community, their own communities, and they all allow everybody to connect the same way we do here. So when you connect with our moderators, you're guaranteeing yourself the opportunity to make more and more loyal and dedicated supporters and friends on your channel, if that makes any sense. Yeah, actually, the how-to lady, if you were to look at Pete's channel, you'll see last time he went away, he brought some vlogging style shorts videos and a live stream, actually, and some Italian lottery tickets as well. And then, yeah, he, thank you, Jesse Journals and Unboxes. He actually put a different, he made a little change for the summer where he's doing something called Double Summer Fun. And you can hit his videos to see what he's talking about, but he still posts even when he's away. Every Tuesday, 12:15 Eastern. And then, yeah, the how-to lady, he's, yep, just as much love today as ever before, and just by more and more and more people over all these years. Marketplace Boutique is up on the screen. Jody from Jody Genealogy is the creator behind this channel. She primarily talks to us about how to buy and sell online, particularly on platforms like eBay. She even takes us shopping and shows us how to buy collections of things that we can split up and sell individually. She's been with us a few years as well now. Marketplace Boutique has really expanded her content over that time, added a little bit of variety, and the shorts are a perfect example of that, where you see a lot of random content, and some of these are really climbing 35,000, 27,000, 23,000 on some of the shorts videos here, and then live streams as well. Jody's live occasionally, sometimes a fire pit stream like this, sometimes on the road, sometimes on the water. And I'll show you her second channel. This one's monetized. 2,700 subscribers is the next milestone here, and she has got Jody Genealogy. if I pronounce that right. There, or I mean spell it right. Here it is. And working on 1,200 subscribers over here. Jody Genealogy brings history, travel, adventures, and a slight bit more variety. So it's been a little while since she's posted, but that's okay. There's plenty of content here. Shorts on this channel, more variety, but again, getting into 2,800 views, which is a great milestone for one of the shorts on this channel that's still growing. And then live streams as well, up to a couple of weeks ago, and she's done plenty of these, much in line with her original channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with her on both of those. The reason why I show those channels together, Backyard Trucker and Jody Genealogy have collaborated many times. And then we'll spin the wheel, and Coastal Water will come up in another moment.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Chit Chat with Gloria Cole. Good to see you in the house. Coastal Water is up on the screen right now, and her and her husband have both been dear friends to us and over-the-top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. I'm talking about Backlash Fisherman, of course. I'm going to talk about this channel in a second, and I was just about to say Vintage Style by Joe says they just started a second channel. So here's the thing. I never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. And I don't want to recommend that anybody start a second channel, but I do have a suggestion for anybody that does have more than one. Or in this case, like a husband and wife with separate channels that support each other. See how Coastal Water has featured channels here? And of course, I'm honored to have Tuber Chat there. We trade that favor. So for people that feature us on their front page, we also feature them. Backlash Fisherman is right here, but it makes it really easy to find when you have more than one channel. Lots of creators do that, so I recommend that. Thank you, Angie's Oddities. I'm just going to drop a link here for a raid. And this is for Be Amazing Sylvia. And she has got a live stream going right now. So that she knows that we're coming over there. I just dropped a message and I'll pin this link so everybody can get there. We still got 15 minutes to go. We'll get through a few more channels here. And I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so everybody can clean up their connections. But you'll meet more friends over there for sure. And then when we look at Coastal Water, we see another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I think her and her husband, Backlash Fisherman, have been with us for 4 years or so. Working on 1,800 subscribers. We'd love to push this channel a little bit farther. What you're going to find from Coastal Water often is cooking videos. Once in a while, she'll go out on a family adventure or bring us an unboxing video. Those are occasional. She's got lots of shorts over here. There's lots of family togetherness. And I really like that about this couple and their daughter. But when we look at what they've got going on here, 2,500, 3,500, 10,000 views on one of the shorts videos here, and live streams. Coastal Water is known for a lot of cooking. Now she does these live streams called Car Confessions. And what she does is, goes about her day, gives us a chance to get to know her. Often the rest of the family's in the vehicle as well, and her husband does similar content. But sometimes she does a series called Cooking with Coastal. And occasionally different things on the channel as well. But if you dig through some of the live streams, you'll find this kind of thing. Now, it's interesting because husband and wife share responsibilities in the kitchen here. And her husband, Backlash Fisherman, also does cooking videos often. They got a couple other channels as well, but let me put Backlash Fisherman up here. And you'll see these creators in each other's live streams and videos all the time. Now over here, this first responder, his name is Matt. He is going to bring us fishing first in all the ways that somebody can. And then shorts on this channel feature a little more of the same, getting into 3,900, 6,200 views. And then live streams on this channel. He does a lot of fishing, first of all, but he also does car confession type videos like we saw from his wife. There they are right there, going to get Panda. And then, like I said, you'll see them on each other's channels. And then he often does a hobby hangout or has a StreamYard panel or does a series called Cooking with Backlash. And this is really cool that they've got so much togetherness in a couple that has separate channels but support each other wholeheartedly. So hopefully everybody will connect with Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water. They've both been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters together and separately here. And then Super Rainbow Queen is in the house. Good to see you here. And then Vintage Style by Joe has another channel for animals coming up. So 3 Cheese and Me is along those lines. And you'll get an idea when you start to look at their content right now. So they're live right this second as well. They do lives, I think, every day. And then we'll look at videos here first of all. And I see they've put out quite a few in it, actually, in the last few months. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I don't know why I'm so behind here. Now, when we connect with channels, we want videos that are over 3 minutes if we can. I'm going to take a shorter video now because I'm already connected to the channel for I can't even remember how long. 3 Cheese and Me, I think, has been with us for a year and longer. I could be wrong. 2,600 views on their subscribers on their channel, pardon me. And then shorts have gotten into, my dear goodness, they're all moving. 12,000, 15,000, 25,000, 31,000. And this one they were talking about 1.5 million views, which is just fantastic, and that's likely resulting in an explosion of growth for the channel. Plus, they do portrait or vertical live streams, I believe, more than anything else. And yeah, I'll see if I can get one of these to roll over, but you get an idea of some of the things that they're doing here, and they give people a chance to connect while they're there as well. So 3 Cheese and Me, like I said, 2,600, we'd love to push them towards. And then Manuel's Aquarium, we're going to spin the wheel just for fun. We'll get them to come up. There's Backlash Fisherman right there. And Fever Dream Animation. Let's have a look at your channel. I'm going to rifle through a couple more here as quick as I can. My voice has just about had its end for today. But we'll be back in 3 days. I think we're back on Sunday, right? I got the next couple of live streams, I believe, posted in advance. Manuel's Aquarium and Entertainment, they got another video here that I haven't seen. I'll put that in my catch-up list. I know it's a short one. Hopefully everybody will connect with the 3-minute video, but they've got shorts over here as well. And let's see how these are starting to move. King Morgan, good to see you here. And then Backlash Fisherman is giving away a fishing reel. Haven't you done? I think you've done that before. Am I right? Do you do that once in a while? I think so. Yes, Matt, we were talking about you behind your back there. Always saying pleasant things, of course. Vintage Style by Joe is getting on the wheel right now. Fever Dream Animation is there. I'll spin just for fun. And then we look at these shorts videos. My goodness, getting into 1,000 views, 1,400. One at 20,000. Which is great to see. My goodness, you guys are motivating me. I got to start posting some more, first of all, videos and everything, but shorts as well. Vintage Style by Joe is coming up next. Oh, that's cool. Whenever you get an extra from a sponsor, that's a great idea to do that. I thought about that as like somewhat of a tactic. I haven't done as many product reviews lately as I thought I might do, but that's what I do primarily, let's say, over the last many videos on my personal channel. And I have been sponsored. I've been sent products and stuff like that. But the idea is to, at some point, when you got a bit of strength in your channel, to be able to say to the sponsors, hey, I'm not just going to do a video for a free product. In the beginning, there's nothing wrong with that. I got one sponsor, the first one that gave me a chance, and she still works for different companies, sponsoring different things. I will always do videos for her for products if she wants to. Or I intend to anyway. But eventually things can get a little bit busy if you're lucky, and then you can say, like, listen, I'm only going to do it if you send 2 of something, you know, or if they're not going to pay. Some sponsors will pay, and if you can get into that, that's great. My biggest headache came from a sponsor that wanted to pay on a channel I was running, and I've never been asked so many questions and expected so many different details and variations and every other thing. But you can. And it can be a great idea. That will give you a lot of stuff to give away, as a matter of fact, for people who do product reviews. So Vintage Style by Joe is up on the screen right now. I talk about this channel with the fact that this creator makes vibrant and colorful things, often from scraps of materials and fabrics that they have. There's more creativity on the channel as well. I see they've got something coming up here. Merry Merry Snowmen quilt pattern. This is interesting because they've done a couple of videos that look like a Christmas theme idea here, and I wonder how those will pick up when the Christmas season rolls around in a few months here. Vintage Style by Joe makes all kinds of creative things, and you see them often working on the table here. But I talk about this channel because they've done something unique, in my opinion, where some of the content here I don't see on a lot of other channels. So I think she's found her own niche, if you want to call it that, or a vibe for the channel, let's just say, that seems to be working well. Shorts have gotten into 1500, 2400, 2600, and then live streams on the channel as well. She's got one coming up that's going to be tomorrow, so she'll be on in the morning, and hopefully we'll catch that. Now you notice I'm putting notifications on for everything. That is premieres and live streams, regardless of start time. I'm going to be working at that time. Impossible for me to be in that live stream, but I put the notification on anyway because I want to send a signal of engagement into the YouTube algorithm for this creator's live stream that they've got coming up. So they're monetized as well, working on 2,500 subscribers. I'm just going to have a look at their channel and see. If you want to let me know the name of the other channel, if you didn't. I missed it if you did. Lucy Grace 56, good to see you in the house. The how-to lady, if I thought about it for a moment, I would probably remember, but forgive me. I was off work for many months, so I am that much more grateful to have picked up a full-time gig not too long ago. I do a very different job, very different for me. I'm part of the 5 a.m. club now by choice, but I literally like work all day, you know, and I do my 40 hours a week or whatever you want to call it, similar to just about everybody that's able to work. I've always been self-employed, so it's different for me, but not working full-time for a while was kind of weird. And I'm happy to have it, but it also causes me now, when we do the tuber chat, by the end of the night, it's bedtime. My alarm's going to go off in 2 minutes here. You're probably going to hear it. R&W Farmstead, Tony Walsh, good to see you in the house. But I think the how-to lady, we're connected on Instagram as a minimum, I think, right? If not Facebook. I think so. Oh, and then Vintage Style by Joe does animal rescue. Yes, I was stalling for time there for a second before we look at the next channel. But thank you for that. And here we're going to look at a Rescue Kitty's Life. So this is another channel from Vintage Style by Joe, and I hope everybody will connect with her here too. I'm always happy to see people, like I said, using their powers for good. There's my, I wasn't kidding. There's my bedtime alarm. I'm just dropping a link right now. I hope everybody will go over to Be Amazing Sylvia's channel. We saw her in the chat earlier, not to mention she super chatted today. She's done that a million times. And she's running a stream right now where you're able to connect with other people in a bit of a different way than what we do here. but she's been a friend of like 5 years. They've been doing this for as long as I can remember. You'll meet more friends over there. So A Rescue Kitty's Life. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take the latest video, put that in my watch later list. Excuse me. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then I know that Vintage Style by Joe has our notification bell on as well, because she's here just about every stream, for which I'm grateful. And I'll look forward to seeing what you're going to do on that channel. And then Fever Dream Animation is coming up right now. You can see the YouTube algorithm is changing, because my search results are different lately. And some channels that have been here 100 times literally are not coming up first, which is very odd. So Fever Dream Animation is here. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I hope you'll connect with our moderators. I've said it before, but these streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. And I hope everybody will thank them as well. So we're going over to Be Amazing Sylvia's. I'm going to go over there as well. I'll see everybody there in a few minutes. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We get to as many as we can in a 3-hour period, and we'll be back on Sunday for the same thing. It'll probably be even more explosive that day, for which we'll all be happy. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes. Did we not look at your channel today? I must have forgot to put you on the wheel. We'll look at Jesse Journals and Unboxes in a quick second here. I don't know why I forgot that. And Fever Dream Animation. If you read their About section, they'll give you an idea of what to expect here. But this channel's been described by other people as underrated. And people are enjoying the vintage footage that they're putting on their channel, classic cinema, if we might want to call it. So I've got the latest video to put in my catch-up list there, so I can catch up a little bit. They've got shorts over here with different kinds of animation, getting into now 1,700 views on one of these shorts videos, which is great to see. Fever Dream Animation, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And they're working on 500 subscribers. That's an exciting and important milestone. Down the road, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Jesse Journals and Unboxes, we're going to look at. She's been another friend of 5 years. Her support for all of us has increased over the years, if you can believe it. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is the newest member of our moderator squad. This creator has unboxed just about everything that can be unboxed, and we're talking about bath and beauty products, jewelry, stationery, crafting supplies, snacks, and lots of other things. Lately, she's doing a lot of collages and a lot of journaling. We get to see what she makes and creates with a lot of the things that are unboxed. She collaborates with other people. She's got some happy mail on her channel, some shout outs for other people, and she features a lot of the things that she finds in her unboxing videos in shorts on the channel that have also moved into 1,200, 1,400, 2,300 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. She goes live occasionally, but much like I said about Canadian Family Life, another moderator here, she can go live whenever she wants, and she will have a flood of support because of what she does for other people. So she's working on 2,500 subscribers. She premieres every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Some of us know each other's schedules. Superchat doesn't have a schedule, but for everybody else, we start to get to know and then actually set alarms on our phones and text each other so we don't miss each other's premieres and things like that. Hopefully everybody will connect with Jesse Journals and Unboxes. Forgive my quick exit, but let's head out of here. We'll go over to Be Amazing Sylvia. I'll see you there and we'll make even more friends. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong.
You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong.
So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.